morning and welcome back to the channel. What a day we have.
Yes, we have a full
we have
day, a full weekend actually. It's Saturday. We have a full day of stuff to do today that'll probably lead into tomorrow because we have a lot of work to do.
We have a lot of stuff to do. Today we are going to be putting up the electric fence around our garden. For anyone that has tuned into our channel before or follows us on Instagram, you will know that our pigs got out last season right at potato harvest time.
Yep.
We were camping and we came home to our garden completely torn up and we had not one single potato left.
No, it was very sad.
It was sad because not only were we out of potatoes that day, we were also out of corn that same day because we also got ravaged by some raccoons.
It's 2 years in a row that the raccoons have been eating our corn. We're finally biting the bullet. We're going to put some electric fence around the garden.
Yes, we are. Because right now there are dogs walking through it.
Yeah, right through your garlic.
We are dog sitting again today, so we not only have our 2 dogs, but we have 2 other dogs that are also very high energy, and they are also running through the garden, and I don't like that. So we need to maximize what we have right now, and the only way to maximize that is to actually hammer down and actually do something about it. Yeah. So on top of all the work we're doing today, we are going to also smoke a brisket. We've actually never used the smoker before that we're using today, so
should be fun.
We're gonna, yeah, it's gonna be fun, and it's gonna be
lots of new things that we do on this channel that we're always going to bring you guys with us. So
yes, and hopefully anyone watching us smoke this brisket can politely tell us that we're doing it wrong and then correct us in the comments. Yeah. On that note,
let's get to work.
Yes, you're gonna start digging holes, and while Jeff is digging holes for our corner posts, I am gonna go do a hive inspection because
I'm not afraid of the bees, but I have a bit of a reaction to them.
Yeah, you do.
Sure.
Oh God, there's Emma again. Oh God. Okay, we
gotta
wrap this up, and we're gonna start with the pig pen first. Okay, let's get out of here.
Okay. When you get it.
While Jeff is digging the holes for our fence, I am gonna get started on checking our hive. Our hive has officially overwintered at this point, and I am thrilled. Last winter, our hive did not make it, so this was a new hive that we got last year early in the spring. It ended up being super strong going into the winter, and it actually made it through the winter this year, which I'm very happy about. As you can see, the bees are flying around right now, and there are quite a few of them, so I am wearing a bee suit today. Last time I was in here earlier in the spring, I did get stung in the face a few times, so I am going to put the bee hood on today, and I'm going to hop into the hive. What I'm looking for today is just to see how strong the hive is in general. I want to see if the queen is still in there. I want to see how much honey they ate. I did leave in 7 frames of honey, so I want to see how much honey is left and how much they actually ended up eating through, and basically just do like a regular spring maintenance. It's a little bit too early for us to be putting in any kind of mite treatment, so I'll be doing that probably in a few weeks from now once it's a little bit warmer. So today is really just to check out the hive, see how it's doing, how it looks after going through the winter, and basically just see how strong it is. So let's get to it. So as you can see, the hive is incredibly strong. There are bees everywhere. The frames are full of bees, but the frames are not full of eggs and brood. And upon inspecting, I checked every frame and then I pulled every frame out again and checked it twice just to be sure I hadn't missed the queen. Most of the time when I'm in there, I can spot the queen, no problem. But I was super thorough today and I still could not see the queen. There's no signs of eggs. There's definitely no brood. Definitely things I need to start thinking about very quickly. Since there's no queen in there, I am gonna have to order a new queen. So I'll have to do that this week for sure. After looking at their hive, I see that they have very little honey left. So they did eat through, I think it was 6 full frames. I think it was 6 full frames or 8 full frames of honey. There's only a little tiny bit left and they're all kind of swarmed around the honey that's left. I do have some pollen patties. So I'm probably gonna throw one of those in there and potentially supplement their feed with a sugar water solution. So I'll probably get to that today. In the meantime, everything in the hive looked great. There was a lot of dead bees and sort of debris and stuff at the bottom of the box. So I cleaned all that out. So it's very clean inside now. Everything's put back together and I'm just very happy that the bees made it over this winter. So we trimmed the fat off the brisket and we removed the decal, which is the fatty layer in between the 2 pieces of meat, if that makes any sense. So we removed that. We did a dry rub on it of just 50-50 salt and pepper. And now we are going to put it in the smoker. We are using just a little bit of mesquite wood chips. We just added those in. It's already smoking, you can see that, look at that. And we are gonna put our brisket in for, according to what we read, it is 1 hour per pound at about 250 degrees. Our brisket's only a couple pounds, like 3 pounds I think, so it should only take 3 hours. We are gonna be checking it in about an hour and a half to see if it's getting the bark on it that we're looking for. Is that deep enough?
That's delicious already.
Smells really nice.
Yeah, I've seen them. I met them before.
Did you?
Well, when I went to get Wally up there one time.
Oh yeah, right. See it just like coming in the side like a spring?
No, it was full.
The hole was full?
Well, it was like this far from the top.
Oh my god. think he's stuck inside. Coyote poo?
Yeah, it's full of rabbit here.
Yeah, that one's done. It's getting cold. We're done.
Yeah, it's a long day.
Yes, we are done for today. We got all the posts in. We got all the T-posts in. The holes are dug. What else do we do? Oh, a hive check and smoked the brisket. We just took it out, so it's resting now for 30 minutes. And then we will be eating it. I did make some homemade buns and some homemade coleslaw. So that is what we're having for dinner.
It's gonna be delicious.
Yeah, I cannot wait to eat that. It's so cold out, and I didn't even think we ate lunch. It's time to go in, and we are going to finish up tomorrow. Tomorrow we will put up the actual electric fence, and we will do the pigs. We were going to do them today, but Emma decided to stay in for the rest of the day, so we decided to just do the posts. So we will be doing the pig pen tomorrow, putting up the electric fence, and wrapping up this project because we have many other projects that we have to do.
Welcome to the homestead life.
Yes.
Day two
Yes.
of the fence build. We had a good day yesterday. We put in 20 T-posts and 4 corner posts.
Yeah.
We still have to put in the gate post so that we have something a little bit more sturdier for the gate to swing on. And then we're gonna go around, start putting on the insulators and start putting up the electric fence.
Yes, we are. And then we're going to go put pig pen back together so that Emma stays in her hut.
Yes, we can't forget about the pig pen.
No, that is definitely important and must be done today. I already am loving how this is looking. It looks humongous with the fence all around it. I guess we did add extra space though.
Yeah, we have to still, we left room over this side here for more garden boxes, similar to what we have. And then we have a spot now in the back to do some more sod cutting and some rototilling to add another garden.
Yeah, so Jeff left space for another 7 boxes, which means he's got another 7 boxes to build. Yeah. I'm not sure if those will get in this year or not, because right now we have almost enough space for everything that I have started inside. We left the space just for future because I know that I'm going to want more boxes in there.
So instead of having to relocate the fence next year, as she said, we left some room for ourselves.
Yes, and then we're also going to be moving our rhubarb in here, and we are going to be extending the corn patch, potato patch, strawberries, and the garlic patch. All more stuff that Jack gets to do because I'm not good with the sod cutter.
I run the machines, she just plants the seeds.
Yes, time to get back to work. I'm already excited.
Just hold this roll thing. We just finished running the hot wire around the perimeter of our new installation for our electric fence. The next step is going to be to pound in the 2 ground rods that we have and then to mount the electric fence controller. Once that's mounted, I'll connect the hot side to the fence and then the ground side to the ground rods. This is one of our 2 ground rods. It's a 6-foot galvanized rod. You can use galvanized or copper. Copper will conduct better than galvanized, but it's more expensive. So we went with the galvanized. They suggest up to 3 rods for some installations. I've also seen that 1 rod is adequate enough. So we have 2. We're gonna stick with the 2 galvanized rods. So for those of you that might not know, the way that electric fence works is that it needs to complete the circuit. So in order for this circuit to be closed, we have to connect the ground to the ground rod, and then the ground actually acts as part of the circuit. So when the animal or whatever is stepping on the ground, they close the circuit once they touch the hot wire, and that's basically how the animal gets shocked. This here is Nolox, an antioxidant joint compound. Put it on for electrical connections where there's 2 dissimilar metals to prevent oxidization. The grounding is important on an electric fence system, so it's probably not necessary, but I'm going to put it on here anyway just to help prevent any kind of oxidization and hopefully have a good joint for a longer period of time. The grounding's all done. Now I'm going to connect the hot. I'm going to take this clamp here, strip some of this jacketing back so I can expose the copper. And I'm going to connect it like so, and then we can turn this thing on. So that's the final connection. Now we can turn this thing on and see if it works.
How are we gonna know if it's working? This should light up and say fence is good to go. Fence okay. Fence is not okay because the light's not on. So we need to figure out why. Turns out fence is okay because even with the light off, Jeff accidentally shocked himself.
And now that I think about it, it gave me a pretty good jolt.
Wow, stop doing that.
And that's with wearing rubber boots. Even with rubber boots on, I'm getting a pretty good shock. Should definitely be enough to stop an animal from coming in. Next up is the gate. Pliers.
Now you're good and dirty pliers. Look at this. I need to hose them off.
Okay, what do you think for height? I know that they can fit between it. It's too high.
That's probably good. I just don't want them to have enough
We might have
space.
to put 3 at the front here because there's no fence. But 2 at the side should be okay.
Okay, well, can you put this 2x6 above it then?
Sure. I'll do
And then I can just staple this to the 2x6. Get back in there, Wally. Wally! One more time before the fence is up. Another project done.
Yes.
Only 50 more projects to go.
Yeah. So the solar fence is done. We just added 2 more rows to the original 4 that we were going to do.
Yep.
So now we have 6 rows of hot wire. Hopefully that's enough to keep the critters out, and hopefully it's high enough too.
It's definitely hot though, because I accidentally shocked myself on it today, and you just shocked yourself on it.
And we also added the boards onto the pig pen.
So we decided to go 3 high on the pig pen. We were going to originally do 2, but then we decided to go 3 high just in case. It was a good productive weekend. We got 2 big things done that we wanted to get done. I am incredibly happy. Well, I almost touched that. I'm incredibly happy about the fence. I think it looks awesome. Just now that it's all fenced in, it just looks huge.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It looks huge. And also a little bit more like we know what we're doing, because we're trying to keep the animals out now.
I'm actually looking forward to when it's all full and green and everything's growing in there and it looks
Yes.
really nice. And
Yeah.
then the fence to accent it should look great.
Yes, aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
I did go in there and uncover the garlic today, and I uncovered the strawberries, and they are coming along nicely. And I could actually comfortably uncover them knowing that the dogs weren't going to step on them. I had continued to keep the garlic covered because I didn't want anyone to step all over it. But I did uncover it today, and the garlic's probably about this tall, which is very exciting. So I think that's it for today. Next up will be the goats. After that will be beehives, more gardens,
Yep.
moving the ducks.
Moving the ducks.
You got a lot of things to do.
And then a lot of planting to do.
Yes, a lot of planting.
Build some more planter boxes.
Yeah, we did, when we were putting the fence up, decide to expand it. And I know we said earlier that we were going to just leave the space to add more boxes later on, but
We're gonna bite the
I want
bullet.
them. I want them now. Yeah, I want them now.
Yeah. It's now or never.
Yes, and then we are going to put wood chips in between all the rows at some point, so there's no grass and weeds and anything else like that in there that we
It's
don't
gonna
want.
be quite lovely when it's done.
It's gonna be so nice. We should put like a bird bath in there. All right, we're getting ahead of ourselves, so we should probably wrap it up for today.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yes, and we will see you on the next one.
Bye for now.
Bye.